Hi everybody, today we are going to be talking about under the hood of your car. Now every single car is different, especially like compared to the Chevy Cruze that you saw Miss Bailey in, and my Jeep and my truck, which we will actually pan over here for a little bit after we're done here. Obviously, there are a lot of main components that many cars have. Essentially, there is 30,000 pieces in a car today. And it's ridiculous to think about that because you're thinking about plugs, wires. So each individual wire is counted, along with you have each individual piece in your PCM, your BCM, and all that fun stuff. Now, underneath some hoods of cars, you have your computer, which this one is actually based down here and behind the fender. Some of them are inside your car. Some of them are on the opposite ends of there. Some are actually sit right up here beside the battery, which in some of the newer Jeeps, they sit up here. The battery is right here. This one, you have obviously your engine, your radiator, your battery, which unfortunately you can't see. It'll be over there, over yonder, where everything else is on that side. You have your master cylinder, your brake booster, your air cleaner. I have a short ram air on this. Many cars have just regular tubing with your mass airflow sensor and all that other fun stuff in it, along with your air filter. Your air filter, we will get into all kinds of other videos, primarily when we're going to talk about air filtration and different kinds of filters. That includes the oil filter and all of that. So, I mean, you have your drive belt, you have all kinds of hoses under here. Most of them are for antifreeze. Some of them are for oil, some of them not particularly in here because this is a manual transmission. We will talk about that in another video. In most automatic transmission vehicles, like my truck and many other cars that are out now, they have hoses for your transmission cooler. Now they actually have a cooler that sits up in front of the radiator that will allow the fluid from your transmission pass up through the hoses. There's a pressure line and then there's a return line. So the pressure line is crimp sealed, and it would actually have massive pressure coming from it, pushing it into the cooler, and then back out and going back in through, so that way your transmission does not overheat. Most vehicles now have built-in power steering coolers, oil coolers, and then obviously you have your radiator for your antifreeze. Well, essentially, aside from brake lines that are going all the way down here, you have your steering shaft, and then we'll get into steering and everything else in another video. I took the hood off of this so we can get a better look at it. And if you give me a second, why don't we go over and talk about what it looks like underneath the hood of my truck. So come on. All right, we're underneath the hood of my truck. One thing I forgot to mention about when we were over at the Jeep was that different hoods have different forms of opening and support. My Jeep has a prop rod, which once you lift up your hood, you can prop it up into a slot and then it'll stay open. The truck, however, this one, and many other trucks, you have some in Chevy and you have some in other things, they actually have spring-loaded joints. So they actually, once you open them, it's kind of like a hinge on a door, except it has multiple different levers on it. And once it's open, it holds its supports, and then you can pull it shut. On the Jeep, and the Jeep has regular actual hinges that kind of look like cabinet hinges, except they're bigger and they're meant for what they're supposed to do. Aside from that, I'm actually standing right at the battery. You can see this one now. This is a 5.9. some people say yes or no about it. It does the job for me. I'm not worried about it. Obviously, you have the radiator, you have the fan, the belt, and the air cleaner is sitting right there. And I absolutely love it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. As far as for other videos that you would like to see, I would love to talk about it. Looking forward to our next video, which is primarily going to be on wiper blades and glass and stuff like that, so that way we can talk about how they're cleaned, how they work with wiper motors and all that other good stuff. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.